Welcome back. This is Bart. I don't think I have too much time tonight, but I do want to play some more Kerbal Space Program. So what is our goal today? Let's get into the moon. We gotta get to the moon. We made it to orbit. We've got out of orbit. We somehow used the save, which I still don't understand. I don't know, is it cheating if I use the save? Because we can't do reverts, but we could do saves. So I'm gonna take it as we could save if we're like in orbit or something. Like if we're not in a ballistic trajectory, maybe there's a save ability. There's auto saves and everything. I don't know. I'm gonna let the difficulty be itself. If I can do something, I'm gonna use it. If you guys would like me to not use, like once I start a launch, it has to be done all the way through. Let me know in the comments. Maybe we could do it that way. It'll be very hard, and if you want to see that struggle, I mean, that's fine. We could do that. We're not losing any like funds, so it's not like we'd run out of money to make the next rocket, which would be a big worry in like a campaign situation. But since we're doing more Sandbox, it's not so bad. So we want to get to the moon. It's actually the weekly challenge this week to get to the moon on this release. So I would love to get that done. So let's try it. We're at least going to start our mission today. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this session because it takes a while to get to the moon. But I just want a simple get to the moon and land, and then get out of the moon and get back to Kerbal and parachute on Kerbal. So it's a get there and get back. We're not just going to land there. I don't think it makes sense just to land there and just be stuck there. Now we can get marooned there and then we have to go save them, but that's not the plan. We're not going to plan to be marooned. So let me start my timer for this episode. Even though I didn't really count it last time. I just went until we kind of had a mission done, but we'll see how this goes. We're just going to keep to this pod. I don't think we need more than one Kerbal in this. So do we want what we might want to do actually, we need to build a lander. And that's why I'm not loading the one we built before. We need a lander. Let's go ahead and get a parachute on this guy, which would be utilities. This one worked fine. Then we need a coupler, obviously. Alright, so that's our final stage. We need a gas tank, and we need it to be pretty dang small, and pretty light. The lighter we can get it, the better in some ways. So Methalox fuel tank. A small diameter Methalox, I don't know if I'm saying that right, fuel tank is a favorite for fueling small landers. Like all FL series tanks, it can also be radially attached, adding a lot of FU. Well, FU, jeez. Methalox fuel tank, good choice for the upper stages of assembly. So this is, it says it's used for landers, small landers, which is exactly what we want to do. So maybe we give it a try. And we can also attach it radially, which is probably what we should do because we're going to need stages. Like, we might need to be in orbit on the moon with just this stage to get back home. So let's, before we copy and paste it, let's pick an engine. So I remember this one being the one I'd use because I think it's the same one. The Terraria. Hot off the runway, the Terraria, fuses function and fashion. It's perfect for transporting smaller late stages of rockets through space. Only comes in medium. That might be the one we do. We have to do one of the small ones. The Dart. This one's for atmosphere moving, right? Reasonably efficient in and out of an atmosphere. Oh. Huh. Vector, heavier, over 10 degrees of freedom. The thud, a radial attachment, but it goes off of the... okay. That might be interesting to do. The swivel, it's a small but versatile Methalox engine. Features 3 full degrees of thrust vectoring, making a good choice for smaller rockets. Inspired by the barbecue grill tip. Reliant takes the guesswork out of the first stage of your rocket. The Rapier, or R-A-P-I-E-R. It's a hybrid engine, uses methane and methalox. The reactive alternate propellant intelligent engine for rockets is a marvel of technology that can function as an air-breathing jet engine or a closed-cycle rocket engine. I don't understand the usage, but it is pretty cool looking, I would say. So, I don't want this. There we go. I think we're going to use this one, because it's one I remember. Let's take this and duplicate it. Let's get a radial mount coupling system. Maybe this medium? No, small. It has to be small. Alright, we're going to put 4 on here because I'm a bit worried. So we need a ladder as well. And where we get out is right there. So I think we just center this right on this little circle here. And then we put a ladder on this side. It's probably under utility, huh? Yeah, ladder. Wait, there's a... Hey, okay, we don't need radial on that one. There. Yeah. What is... Wait. Oh. Okay. I think that's good. How does it look when you... Can you open it? I don't need this stuff. We've already done all this. We've already done all this. How do I take tutorials out? Settings. Accessibility? No. General. Where's tutorial? Gameplay. Simulation. Skip. Inputs. Inputs. Just subtitled text. Physical graphics. I don't see it. I'll just hit continue until it's done. Alright. Extend this part, please. Oop. Undo. Undo? Okay, wait. Right click. Extend part. Okay. Yeah, that should be accessible. Nice. Okay. Let's put this on the side with the radial selection. Do you think 4 is too much? I think it might be. It doesn't feel good when I look at that. What? Can we do a small... Perhaps a small, like, sides? So we're using small, but what about extra small? Okay, I don't really like that. What about this one? That's interesting. What does this hold? Methalox? Does it... Classiest of Methalox fuel tanks. Designed as satellite in mind. Okay, we don't want that. I mean, we could make it a bigger lander, admittedly. We could do something like that. Put these on it. We have a way in and out. This last stage is very small, but it should be very efficient. And then we need some landers. Utility again, you think? Light strips. Oh, we do probably want some lights on our... Yeah. Light strip. That's kind of cool. Let's do that. It's kind of fun. And then let's figure out where the ground. Hey, there we go. Small. This should do it. Let's move the light strip up. And then let's see how these look extended. It does clear the bottom of the jet there. That looks good. So we'll put them back up. So what I could do, moving on from this stage, which I think this hits everything we need to hit as far as our lander. We have a ladder. We have a 2-stage rocket to land. Hopefully we'll land with these 4 in mind. And we'll get out of orbit, drop these, and hopefully they can still push us a lot of the way. But if not, we can switch to our small one, which should, as long as we get an intercourse ballistic situation with Kerbal, I think heat shield. That's what we're missing. Okay, wait a minute. I knew there was something. We might be coming. I'm stuttering. We might be coming in more hot of a landing than what we did before. We might have to just roll with it if we do run into that. So what we need is a very good heat shield, which we didn't have last time, and it worried me. I think we didn't have it at least. So we have a heat shield now, right? So last stage is this. The next stage is that. This will fire at the same time. Oh, yes. Okay. That is something I do remember. An onion skin. This is something we used in the previous Kerbal. Let's just see if it's here. I think it would be under utilities. Or maybe under fuel tanks. I'm looking for a hose. Fuel line. There we go. So a fuel line pretty much guarantees that if we run all 5 of these rockets at the same time, that when we disengage these 4, the one in the center will still be full of rockets. How do you do that? Well, I'm pretty sure you put a hose starting on the outer ones and you put it on the inner ones. So that guarantees that you prioritize, I believe. See, the arrows are pointing inward. You pull from these, filling this one up and keeping it topped off at max, because it's always pulling and filling up this tank, but you're still running all 5 engines. When all 5 of these engines, or 4 of these engines, or fuel tanks run out, you drop it, and this should still have a full tank, but we're still using that extra thrust at the same time. We're going to use this for perhaps a lower stage too, because then you can really onion a rocket off and like start with a lot of fuel rockets off, and then you just keep shedding weight, but still have a full tank at the end, but still using all of that thrust. So I think that's how we're going to use or make this rocket. At least this is good for this stage. I think everything we have here is good. Only worry right now is maybe is maybe where this is attached, because I'm a little worried it'll hit the ladder. Maybe we can attach it just right there, and then just put that on top, something like that, because it's kind of out of the way. Let's move it a little bit more. Is that on anything? That looks on it, but is it on? I'm a little worried that it's on the... Oh, we're going the wrong way now. Look at that. It's pulling out. We want this to be here. Wait, no. Oh, it's just whatever you control last. Okay. Wait. And then we want to move this as close as you can. Sorry, I'm being a little picky here, I think. Undo. Okay. So I think we need to control this one. No. This one. And then place it. And that should be that way. We needed to look at what these intakes look like, because I don't know. Okay, yeah, I had to stretch it, but I think this will still open fine. It's a little intersecty, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think. We're going to go with it. I think it's fine. So that's our lander. I don't think we need anything else. Except... Wait. There's always one more thing in my brain that it hits me. We need a battery. Now, we could just slap a battery on top. What's the weight of... Ooh, dang it, man. Undo. What's the weight of the ladder? Wait, is there any way to tell? Undo. It's under utility, right? The weight of a ladder is... The mass of it is 006. So what is our electricity? 005. So we could put one battery. It'll be a little off. But we could put one battery on this side. And that should balance that out. It won't balance the aerodynamics, but that's okay. And then we probably need like one solar panel at the very least. But if we wanted to balance it out, we could put two, perhaps. What do these weigh? 0.1. Is there a point? Is there a 0.6? There is a 0.6. What do these look like? Pretty big. Pretty big, I'd say. Pretty big. We could fit that there. And that would be balanced, but it's also like extra weight on the last little bit. I think we'll go with less weight and but we'll balance it. And can we rotate that? We'll just center it. I'm sure we can get the angle figured out when we're flying around. Now, the next thing that I might want to add to this, I don't know if it needs all the bells and whistles, but we might want SAS propellant, which I assume is under fuel tanks again. And monopropellant, yeah, here it is. Probably under jets, though. Solid fuel, jet fuel, monopropellant. If we wanted to, we could throw a couple of... Those are big. Those are very big. Wait. Isn't monopropellant... Isn't there like a four-sided... Yeah, here we go. The ant? Oh, that's not it. Monopropellant. Huh. There used to be a little like four-ended monopropellant thing for all the axis of movement. So you can kind of rotate in space without a gyro. But I don't see that option. It looked like this, but there was a jet on each end. I don't know if that was something that they took out of the game because maybe it was too easy. Let's see. Look, monopropellant here. Radial fuel tanks. No, I don't see it. I don't think it would be under the monopropellant. That's so interesting. RCS thrusting. Expanding with magnetic fields. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. Do we want communications? We might. Let's put one on top. We'll stick it on the battery or something like that. That's fine. We're not going too far from Kerbal. We might not need anything big. Oh, there it is. Wait, RCS. RCS. It uses monopropellant, right? In cooperation with the Reaction Systems Limited, the R&D team at Stettler Engineer Corps assembled 4 Place Anywhere 7 thrusters into a single container and introduced the RCS thruster block. I think this is monopropellant. If I gotta remember. I think so. My only worry is we only have a gyro in this lander, or this command pod. So I'm a little worried this is too much weight for just that small one. So I want to do a 4 stack. We're just going to smack one on just right in the center. And we're going to maybe move this. Maybe we change the light out. I like the idea of lights though. LEDs, lighting, thermal, ground, communications, utility, lights. Maybe just a simple ground light. Just so we can see a little bit when we're on the ground. If we land on the dark side. I'm gonna, if I have a chance to not land on the dark side of the moon, I probably will do that because it'll just be black. Okay. We've spent 20 minutes on the lander. It's important. Hopefully we only have to make this once if we want to do another lander too. I'm sure there's probably better ones we can make, but this is a good first one. This vehicle will be named Lander LA Lander. Lander 01. We'll save it. What kind of new workspace? I don't understand the workspace stuff. I'm just going to name it that. Okay, so we have that. Let's attach a stages of our launch here. So we want to get out of the atmosphere. So we need a pretty heavy stage for the bottom, and then we want to escape the orbit, establish the orbit, and then escape the orbit of Kerbal to get to the moon. So the best way to do that, let's see here. I would say we want some couplers, obviously. We could just go off these 4 and build a pretty giant stage. I think that's what we're going to do, because I want to, since there's not really money, I feel like it's okay to go a little ham. Yeah. So we'll do a big stage there. A 4. We're going to need some struts to make this all stable, I think. Do we want to go bigger than that on this stage? This might be just this is maybe what we need to get up to the atmosphere, or above the atmosphere of Kerbal right here, with a good jet. Which I think the swivel was a good one. Reliant, swivel, thud. We'll go with the swivel. Vector. It is heavier than engines. It's a heavier than the Reliant. Nearly as powerful as mainsail. Mainsail? Whoa, dude, that's huge. It's this engine works great, bot. So it's a heavy engine, but it has a lot of thrust. Yeah, look at the thrust there. 700. Wow. I mean, the mainsail is huge. Actually, it's double that, but it's half the mainsail compared to these guys. And we're looking at it's like it's so much stronger. How much fuel does it use? It must just drink fuel. It's also 4 times as heavy. It's 4 times as heavy, but it is, let's say we're going to do the swivel. It's only, let's just say it's 200 thrust. This is 800 thrust. So it's, 4 times as strong, but it's 4 times as heavy. We'll go with the swivel. Because we might need that a little bit of stability in the atmosphere. What we want now is a strut. coupling might be what we're looking for. Or here we go, struts. So we just don't want these engines to rip each other off. So I'm just going to do something like that. So when they push the force, they won't like spread and kind of web out. This will keep it nice and tight as they try to force away from each other. So that's our mid-stage rocket. Hopefully we're above the atmosphere when these go off. I know this is going to be a big rocket. Hopefully I'm over-designing this so we have tons of fuel, because if that's the case, we're then designing our rocket to go further. By the way, thank you, Maverick, for the suggestion of where we should, like, you know, what you would like to see in the series. We will try to go to one of the far planets, because I've actually never done that myself. I've always gone to, like, one planet over. I think I explained that in the first episode. But I'm excited to maybe go a little further this time, especially since this game is promising interstellar. So, I'm excited. Anyway, so this stage is done. We will mid-rocket with lander. We'll name it something like that. That's fine. Overwrite it. That's already saved. That's already saved. If that is already saved, lander rockets. I'll put it in a new file workspace. I don't know. Lander rockets. I don't quite understand that yet. So we don't need a launch clamp. I don't think. I think we're gonna do one radial launch here, and it's going to be. Well, so we can make this giant. It looks like we have no limit of size. Let's go coupling again. We're gonna do another liquid fuel stage, which might be insane. Might be silly. Do we have a cone that connects to a big? Yeah, this. Something like this. How big is that? That's a little larger than I want. Is there one that goes round? This one? Oof, no. This one. It's too big. Okay. If that's too big, it's going to intersect and can't use it. Now we could use this other one. Wait, what is this one? Can I rotate that? Wait. Wait, what? There we go. That's interesting. It actually tilts away from the center. I'd never seen that before. That's really cool. Let's do that. And then we'll just use some round ones. We're going to use a big boy. Okay. This is looking pretty neat. So that's a big boy, right? Is this the biggest size? It's the biggest size. Now we could stack them over each other again, but I think that we probably won't need to. So we need a medium engine. Now we could use the mainsails. What does it suggest this to be? The mainsail is one of the most powerful Methalox rocket engines available and works well on the launch pad, as well as the vacuum. It's one of the most popular engines. Okay, yeah. If it says it works well on the launch pad, let's use it. So we're going to have these fire. I'm going to strut this up again. Where was strut? Structure? Yeah. That makes sense. There's couples. I put couplers here, right? There's a couple? Wait a minute. Well, let's strut this up real quick. We'll do one more. It's a lot of my computer right now, I guess. Okay, so those are strutted. Go back to that. What do I... Oh, the pleasure. Okay. I think that's a strut. Those are those. Yes. Okay, those are struts. Or those are decouples. Okay, now we need a radial design coupling system to launch some hefty solid fuel situations. So I think I'm going to put 2 sets on here because I'm overkilling the crap out of this. But I'm gonna just, I just want to make sure. I want to be able to get to the moon. And if money's no object, I'm going to use money, no object, Just snapping on, right? It seems weird. Seems a little off, but I'm gonna roll with it. So we need liquid or solid state. This one's a medium. We could just roll with 4. Or we could roll with... You know what? Yeah, let's take a second here. Wait, let's remove this. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me what I desire. What's a medium? A medium aerodynamic decoupler. How does that look? That's weird. No, we'll just go with it when I had. That's fine. Just center this on there. And then back to... What are the payloads? I don't think I've seen the payloads yet. We might need to look at that a second. Center that onto there. Now, this will definitely need more struts. Struts in this game are just the duct tape. Everybody needs duct tape. Okay, you went in the wrong... Not what I wanted. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, I want to snap you there. And then I want to connect here. And then I want to do it again up here. So, snap there. And then go across. Now, this does mean when it decouples, we're more or less going through that line. Now, I think it breaks apart, to be quite honest with you. I think we're good. I don't think I need to worry about that, actually. Like, once it decouples, we're leaving it in the dust, but we're going through a hoop because we've made a hoop of these struts. But I think these struts break when you decouple. I think it automatically breaks. There might be a thing for it. I don't know. They're good. Okay. So how we feeling? Not so bad. Not so bad. I don't know. This might do it. This might get us to the moon and back. I don't know how fast it's going to launch. Because you kind of have to balance the speed of it. You don't want to go too fast because then you're pushing against too much air. But you don't want to go too slow because then you're just wasting time. You're not getting enough momentum. I think this might be good. This might get us to the moon. Moon launcher 01. We're going to have to go through and rename all these. I already guarantee it. It's fine. We already saved it? Okay. That's fine then. I'm going to just trust you on that one. Is there anything else we should do? We should check our stages, obviously. We're going to want to fire this at the same time. Then we're going to break these off. Delete this. Delete this. Once these are done, we're going to break them off and fire. We can just put that on the same stage, I believe. Then we're going to run this until it's done, and then we're going to break these off. Now this time I will... Well, no, we can... Wait. Let's add one more stage. I might want to break it off before we activate those engines. and then break that off. And then hopefully by that time we're landing, we break that off, and then we parachute. So big start, shed the weight. When you're done, shed that weight and move. And then when that's done, shed that weight. Now, what we don't want to see is us get into orbit with only half of this engine, half of this fuel. That would be bad. So, I think we're ready. Who are we taking to the moon today? What Kerbal? What's our man? Valentina. Oh, there's Jebediah. Look at that. Well, Valentina, you're up. The game has picked you to be the first Kerbal on the moon. I think we're good. Are you ready to fly? Here's some pointers. I don't need your pointers. I got this. This is annoying though. It doesn't remember me doing any of this. It's frustrating. Okay. So SAS is on. I think we're good. I don't know what else to say. Wish me luck. Do we need to do anything else? Is there anything that I'm forgetting that is obvious? No. Count us down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. Oh, that was 2 seconds off. Okay, that's a slow go. Look at that bounce. You don't want to see that bounce. That's not a good bounce. But I don't mind what I'm seeing on the fuel and our rate. We are generating some heat. I think. I see some glow. That might just be that we're orange. Okay, look at how much we are going. I think we're destroying my expectations right now. Yeah, but we can't even start our gravity turn. When do we start our gravity turn? Is it at 10,000? We're gonna be way too high, and I can't do anything about it. Well, I can slow down the other engines. Let's slow them down. I think at this point, our solid fuel is going to be enough. I hear something. I don't like the sounds of the ripping. The solid fuel rockets here are insane. We haven't started our turn yet, and we're still only halfway. We're going to be way out of orbit before I can even start getting lateral movement, which is actually very bad. Like, look at our AP. I'm just going to say AP because I forgot. Apoapsis. Yeah, we're almost out of the atmosphere at this point. We're still burning a quarter left. We've overdone it. We've overdone this. Will it help us or destroy us? I am not sure yet. We can try to do a turn. I know that we don't have much control in this phase. I didn't do, although we're not in space. We're in space. Maybe I can. We are high enough. Let's see if we can get some of this lateral movement I'm talking about here. Okay, if we go too fast, we might lose control, and I didn't really think about that when I kind of swooped it over. So I should have done this earlier. It has actually a lot more control than I expected. Okay. We can't like burn at the apoapsis right now because of all this. So, okay, we're going to jettison. We're gonna move a little bit. Okay, we're out of... This is going to be ballistics into the ocean, I believe. I believe that's the ocean, so I'm not so worried about anyone getting hurt. Even though there's still people who are in the ocean. So, it's a high apoapsis. It's a high apoapsis. Okay, we're gonna be going pretty fast when we get to this point. Let's go ahead and get our orbit settled though with this planned maneuver. So this is gonna be very. What does that give us on the periapsis here? I don't. That's fine. Okay. It's a little lop-centered. It's going to be a little ellipsized, but that's okay. So let's align with our... yeah, this one. Align with our maneuver. Are we aligning? We must be aligning. Okay, so we're aligning with our maneuver. So I have a lot of fuel. What's our electrics? The lights. No, we don't need that on. Gear, we don't need that. Solar, we're good. Abort, no. Brakes, maybe. Alright, let's get back into this site. Looks like the SAS is doing just fine. Maybe that's the RC Cola machines up here. Not RCS working its magic. I'm not sure. Might also be why we had a lot more control when we were using those solid fuels. Okay, let's warp to the time. Okay. That's such a nice button. So this is what's the burn time at? It's not going to tell me until I start. Okay, so this is way better than what I expected. We still have our launching atmosphere rockets with the mainsails. This is going to put us in orbit probably pretty fast, especially with more than half fuel. And then we're going to have this whole section to work with to get to the moon and land on the moon. I don't know if we'd want to land with this. We might have too much fuel. Okay, we're gonna hit Z in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. We're burning 30 seconds. Okay, I'm just gonna trust it. I'm not gonna even look. Wow, look at that. We could burn for 30 seconds, man. We're gonna well, can we burn? I think we can burn for 30 seconds. 20 seconds? Yeah. I think we might have like a smidgen of fuel, which might help us get to the moon's area of influence. Sphere of influence. Yeah, look at these frickin' the mainsails are ridiculous. It's insane looking. Oh, I definitely over-engineered this. I did not think the solid fuels would be this effective. All right, about to hit X in 2, 1. Orbital view. Oh, we're in orbit. Perfect. Where's our periapsis at? Also, wait. What? Delete the maneuver. Okay. I thought it was saying we were leaving orbit. What's this at? Yeah, we're above 100 here. Way above that. Okay. Yep, that's going to be landing on there. Okay, cool. So now we want to get to the moon. So I could put a maneuver in and we get to the moon that way. But I want to honor the way I learned the first time on this first time in Kerbal 2 here. The way I learned how to get to the moon the first time was to aim yourself at prograde. And we'll use the abilities that we have here. We're gonna aim ourselves prograde. And when you see the moon come up from the horizon, going at a 90-degree orbit around Kerbal, you burn. And you burn until your orbit intersects. And something about that timing, I don't know what the math is, but apparently right when the moon comes right up from the horizon, from Kerbal, you should, I might be a little high in the sky for this, but you should be able to burn and get to it relatively easy. Yeah, so we're going to do that. We don't need to maneuver to that. That's a pretty reliable way to set up an intersect. So that's what we're going to do. So when is that, you ask? Well, that's a good question. It's literally on this side right now, so I guess what we'll do is just fast forward a little bit until I see it on the other side. A little faster, a little faster. A little older, a little wiser. Okay, this is looking good. So, probably there. So, oh, hey, Ripple. Can I get a headbutt? No? Okay. So we want to be right around there, so a little bit faster. Actually, we can probably get into this view at this point. Now, I'm not in prograde anymore. Do we have no controls right now? Wait, hit that button. Give me prograde right now. I think what we're doing here is we're using, or we've used our RCS thrusters to the point where we don't have any more. I don't know. Right click. Thrusters are enabled. I don't know if we have advanced controls. No, not at all. Don't want to do that one. That's a board. Okay, I think it's just. I think the gyro is gonna get us there. It's fine. Let's make sure we're pointing in the right direction because this is taking a while, and we could turn faster if we had an engine going because we could pitch it to turn us. But I think this would be better to set it up right, and then we'll fast forward a little bit in this view until we see that horizon on the prograde, and then we will fire, and I'll go to map view once we start firing, and we should have an intersect. It's taking sweet time though, huh? Now I wonder if I should help it. Just gonna let it do its thing. It's almost there. Yeah. So once we land on the moon, I mean, if we can land with the next stage with at least half fuel, one, we're not gonna have any problem getting back. Two, we could make a freaking stop at Minmus. I don't know if we would want to do that. If we have a just obscene amount of fuel, we might try to land with the fuel we have and then go to Minmus. But it gets a little easier the further out of Kerbal's orbit, but that means also the faster you come into landing. And I really don't know about the atmospheric friction in this game yet. I have a feeling if we come in too fast, we are literally just going to become a cooked meatball. Canned cooked meatballs. Okay, we're pretty much set up. Let's double check the map before we speed up. Okay, we're just about there. We're just going to just nudge it a little more. A little faster. Okay, yeah, that's a good speed. So as soon as you see the moon on our horizon, then I'm going to hit play. Go map view, make sure we're set up on the prograde, just drifting ever more away. We gotta be close. There it is. Okay. So map view. It's still gonna try to get to prograde real quick. We're gonna just start burning. We should have more control. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this should start extending at the angle we need to intersect. I just blinked over there. I don't know what it was. A router, I guess. Yeah. I think this is good. We're good. Nice and gentle. We're gonna get into the moon's sphere of influence before we even get rid of our first technical stage. Oh, I have gone too far? Or did I go just enough? What am I looking at here? I don't understand all of this yet. I think we are intersecting here to here. Yes. I think we're good. We're not. We're going. Yeah, we're coming into here. We're exiting here. So let's warp to that time. I would like to warp to this here. So we're gonna warp to that time. We're not even gonna exit our stage yet because we have just the tiny bit amount of fuel. Okay. So slow us down, slow us down, slow us down. Okay. We're about to intersect the sphere of influence. So we need to aim ourselves retrograde because we're going to slow ourselves down and get around the moon. Not even done with our first stage. I mean, first stage, I guess, our second stage. Our first stage was, solid fuel, but it's just good. It's good stuff. Look at that. We're about to enter it. Let's speed it up just a little bit. I would like to actually just... Can I warp like right here? It's very nice that you can select on a line. It takes a lot of the guesswork out. Okay, we're in it. We have escaped Kerbal's sphere of influence for a short time. There's our periapsis. This is where we want to burn. I will just go ahead and use a maneuver for this one. Although it's quite easy. Just burn retrograde until you're good. But that's fine. We are wanting to run retrograde. This is retrograde here. So we burn. Burn. What is going on? Okay, there we go. We'll burn a lot. And that's probably a good start. I would like to fix our tilt. How do I fix our tilt? Oh, right. That's how you fix your tilt. Okay, I'll have to fix that tilt while we're orbiting. That's okay though. So that'll be good. That's it right there. We're gonna in 30 minutes, 1 hour and 37 minutes, which we're gonna speed up. We're gonna burn. Let's go ahead and get to the burn. Now we're gonna have to break this off. I can't believe we still have it. It's insane. We need to align ourselves to this. So we'll have 30 seconds to align, right? 40 seconds? Okay, good. Alright, so hopefully this will line us up. I'm not liking the speed it's trying to... It's retrograde, right? Yeah, yeah, we're going retrograde. We're good. That's retrograde, right? No, that's not retrograde. That's up. That's tilt. Okay, we're gonna burn a little slower at the beginning. Also gonna come into this section. Okay, yeah, rotate, please. Rotate. I should have lined this up better. Okay, we have to run a little bit here. A little weak. It's gonna be a late burn. We're gonna break it off now. Okay. Okay, we're burning. Wait. What's our... Oh. We good? Delete this. Okay, we're good. Okay. Or sweet. That was it was less than a second of burn almost. Let's fix our orbit. So what you do to fix the tilt is you find the intersecting point of where you want to be, and you start going up or down, and that'll kind of tilt it at that axis point, that pivot point of where you are at that part of the orbit. So we'll do it right there. That should be good enough. So we'll do that. Skip to that. Align us there. Skip to that. So there goes our fuel rockets. It's still caught in Kerbal's orbit. So it should be, yeah, it's going to connect back right there. That's a good visualization right there. And then that's going to just be stuck in there, and it might hit the moon. Let's be honest here. Okay, we got 40 seconds until this burn. We're going to fix it. But we should be able to be good. Let's double check our stage here. Are we good? It's all looking fine. We got a lot more power now on our rotation because it's not as much mass, but we still have the gyro here. You can actually add more gyros, gyroscopes, to like add a little more strength. We could do that. We could have done that. Didn't really think about it, to be honest. 15 seconds. I'm just going to trust it. So we'll burn until it says not to burn anymore. We're going to hit Z. 3, 2, 1. Burn. So I think this is our timer. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. We did a little further. But I think that's good enough for me. Okay. We have a lot of fuel. Where are we landing? That's a good question. Let's take a maneuver again and figure out our retrograde. And let's land somewhere. Do we want to aim for a crater? This is a good one. I like the roundness to it. This is a giant one. Yeah, I like that it's in the sunlight right now. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're gonna aim for that. We want to go a little more tilty. The weird burn. Okay. So that'll be where we would crash, but we're going to slow down before that. So we want to put this on the edge. So we're going to slow down our descent around this area and kind of hover out. So we'll be landing probably around here. Okay. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let's warp to it again. We need to align to it, but we can align a lot faster now. Okay. Line. That blink. Did you see Valentina's blink? Like a left blink, right blink. I love it. Okay, we're burning in 20. Guess we can't go any faster. That's fine. Still aligning anyway. 20 seconds. 20 seconds until we're having a descent to the moon. Now, we don't have any landing gear on this stage, so we're going to have to be real gentle. If something breaks, we can disengage and go pretty quick. And then we'll try to land with our actual landing stage. 2, 1, burn. 3, 2, 0. Cancel out. We should have slowed our speed. But that's okay. That's fine. I think we can work with that. We'll be on the edge, but that's fine. All right. Let's get a little view of the moon here. Oh, okay. Let's speed it up a little bit. I wonder if this is a good time to save. Hopefully, it's saved at some other point. How slow is this? Oh. Wow. What speed is this? This is 10 times speed? Dang. This is what? 50? 50 times? Okay. Well, we are in a ballistic trajectory right now. So I'm a little worried to go faster than 50 times speed. Because it's going to get faster and faster the lower we get. Alright, sun's going to cross. Wow, look at the galaxy back there. Behind, I guess, Kerbal? I guess it's Kerbal. Lack of stellar exposure, so I guess we have no sunlight. But our battery's still good. We're fine. Right, we should be arriving on the other side of the moon, though. So I'm not... Man, I would want to land in the dark. We would have to have lights pointed down. This is darker than what I remember the other game was. That's scary. How dark that is. It's like a black... Oh, it's like a black hole. Ooh, I hate that. I hate that thought. That sucks. Ooh, you ever have wandering black hole thoughts? Ugh. Oof. It's not like Outer Wilds black holes. There we go. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. Okay, we're gonna slow down the descent. Wow, that's really pretty. Look at how the light's catching all these craters. That's so pretty. I don't remember the other one like that. The graphics update in this is great. I love it. So, how long? What's the ETA? 13 minutes. Okay. So, I never created a maneuver here to do something like this, but I'm just a little curious. If we burn like that. I don't know what that would look like. I don't know if a maneuver is a good situation. I think what we're going to do, we're going to warp to here. Okay, that's a little fast. That's a little fast. I need like 2 minutes at least from this point, which is at 8 minutes. This is 7 minutes. This is 6 minutes. Let's do like let's warp to the 6 minute thing. Let me give us 2 minutes to figure out our deal. Okay. Never mind. I'm slowing down again. It's a bigger piece of rock when you get closer, man. We want to burn prograde. No, retrograde. Because we're going that direction. We need to go opposite that direction to... Yeah, okay. His brain's on right. The brain's on right. We're okay. Retrograde. It may be a little down. Oh my gosh. The music. I'm going to turn that up on my end. Ooh. Jumanji's on this moon. Hey, what's our ETA on our descent here? If we were going, we have 3 minutes. Okay, I think we might only need a minute to burn. Like, what's our speed at? Our speed's at 6 meters a second. 600 meters a second. Pretty fast. Pretty dang fast. We're going to take it easy. I don't want to go too fast and not realize we don't have enough time. I might even burn a little bit. Let's just burn a little bit and see how fast this goes down. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We can pump the gas and slow down that descent real fast. Primer. Oof, got hiccups. I got no water around me. Gasp. Gasper. Oh, and there's the timer. We've done a full hour, guys. But that's okay. We are just arriving at the moon. I could be a dick and cut us off right here. Nah, I wouldn't do that to you. This will be a full mission. Well, we'll have to get back. But when we land... Wow. So, the thematic music to make this moment really epic. This is great. I just love it. It's just drums. Is there like stages of music to each layer of the atmosphere the closer we get? Like 10,000? Oh my god. If they designed it like that, I'm freaking. That's so cool if they did that. Okay, we're coming in. When I think we're gonna start slowing down at 15, maybe 10. We might wait till 10,000. I might wait for a music cue. We are landing right at the center of this crater. This is actually great. Now there used to be monoliths you could find on the first Kerbal. I wonder if there's one here. Honestly, it feels like the moon is bigger. Okay, we're already past 15. I still think we're good. Right, we're gonna start it now. Yeah, we're coming pretty fast. Alright, our orbit has slowed down to ground. This should follow our retrograde until we're pointed straight up, and at that point, I think we can... Oh, crap. I want to point up, please. What's our fuel at? We have very low fuel, actually. Lower than I expected. Point up, please. Up to the ground, please. Up to the ground. That was a bad spin, not gonna lie. But we did stop our full momentum, more or less. Now, I would like to stop it a little more. This is our retrograde direction. I want to point towards it just a little bit. So SAS off. I'm going to just... Well, I want to... Is that the direction I want to go? Or is that going to make it go faster? No, that's not it. That's not it. We're at 5,000. Okay. I want... If we can get any of our lateral movement gone, I'm going to be a happy camper. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay. SAS back on. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's point straight up. Alright, now it's all about just controlling our descent. Now, if we run out of fuel before we stop to our descent, we're going to have a real problem. So running with this low fuel, I might need to ditch it, honestly. Because if I don't ditch it and it runs out when I'm trying to slow us down, we're going to have a huge problem. To the point where I think I'm going to move this stage here. So if something terrible does happen, we ditch it and we run. I think that's what we do. So going a little fast. I'm going to slow us down a little bit. I'm going to give us a little just to get this slowing down. I want this to pair up to hit 0 at the same time this hits 0, obviously. So this is coming pretty fast and this is going pretty slow. So I think we need to speed up pretty quickly here. I'm seeing the ground. The ground is rendering in. I don't know what a good rate is here. So we've slowed down our descent a lot. But we still need to get down there. So the longer we take to get down there, the more fuel we're going to use. It looks decently flat down here. I think we might have gotten a little lucky. Okay, we don't want to be 0 yet. We don't want to be 0 yet. But I would like to keep it around 25. Once we get down to 250, we're going to try to keep it about 10. That's looking pretty good. Slow down a little bit. I wish I could slightly control it. Okay, it's still speeding up. Okay, this is good. We need like micro adjustments here. Okay, we need to be around like 5 now. One at a time. I'm actually fine with 1 meter a second at this point. Hey, Cody. Oh! Oh! It's laggy. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Man, I was having some troubles with that. I don't know why it lagged. We need to stop our lateral movement now. Oh gosh. That did not go well. And we are very low on fuel. You hear that violin in the background? My gosh. Okay, we're going too high. Still need to stop the lateral movement though. Okay, SAS back on. Look up. Oh wow. Okay, wait a minute. Wait, this has changed it because we're going the periapsis. Oh, looks like these are firing. I think we ditch it. I think we ditch it. Yeah, we're gonna ditch it. And then we want to put our landing gear down. Now, this does mean that's gonna hit the ground first. So I guess we have a little fireworks before we come in here. And we are going a little fast, I'm not gonna lie. Holy crap. Oh wait, we went too fast. We went too fast. I'm going to roll. I would like one of the legs to be exact to our lateral. Okay, we're gonna have a lot more control on this stage because we weigh less. And we have more precise engines. I don't like our lateral movement, but now that we're not as tall, it shouldn't be a huge problem. Looks like we're on a plateau. Okay, this is looking good. Cut it. Cut it. And we landed. Valentine, welcome to the moon. Valentina. Yeah. First Kerbal to the moon. First Kerbal on the moon for me on Kerbal Space Program 2. That's awesome. We're here. Well, I'm gonna have to end it there. We had some nice fireworks though. We'll come back and we will take our first step on the moon, as well as our however mission to get back home. We actually did have to use all the stages, and it pretty much worked perfectly. Like I said, this is where we want to be on the moon. So this is should get us into orbit around the moon and back to Earth or Kerbal. So as far as the mission's parameters, I think we've hit it out of the park, which is awesome. I'm very happy. So I hope you've enjoyed this mission, and I'll see you on the other half next time. So bye-bye.